Hey guys, it's Austin from Suited Aroma. Let's jump into this review of 5 fragrances with all season wearability. First is Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man EDT. This opens with a trio of citruses. There's bergamot, juicy pineapple, and a very intense lemon note. The first 15 to 20 minutes, many people don't like the lemon note because it is an intense synthetic accord. However, after this period, the lemon note fades and the bergamot and pineapple note become more prevalent and contribute more of the fresh accents, which makes this scent significantly better. In the background, there is a subtle leatheriness that is going to contribute later into the wear. Into the mid and into the base, the scent stays quite the same. There is the addition of musk nuances with subtle smoky woods, and it still maintains those fresh accents from before, and then this is what you smell for the rest of the wear. The performance, 8 to 10 hours on the skin with above average projection. The first 2 to 3 hours, it'll push past an arm's length before receding, but never becoming a skin scent. And as for seasons and occasions, it's all seasons and all occasions. It's not a blue fragrance, but it is extremely versatile and affordable. One of my favorite things about Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man EDT, let alone it is also a Creed Aventus clone. Next up is Parfums de Marly Percival. This opens with fresh citruses and some subtle florals that emphasize the freshness of the fragrance. Pretty quickly, there is an ambroxan backbone, and then as the wear continues, the florals remain, the citruses fade, and then this becomes more and more ambroxan dominated. There are some musk nuances that add later in the base, but for the rest of the wear, you mostly just get fresh ambroxan and musk nuances. The performance, this lasts 8 to 10 hours on the skin with above average projection. It'll push an arm's length or more for the first 3 hours before receding. It's a very wearable, very versatile fragrance. So all seasons and all occasions, just your typical niche blue fragrance. Next, Prada L'Homme EDT. This opens very clean and very fresh. There are subtle pink pepper nuances, and then after about 10 to 15 minutes, this gives way to what Prada L'Homme is really known for, and that is powdery and lipsticky iris. You get this iris for a large majority of the wear, and then into the base, it is an exclusively warm cedar scent. Takes over the scent, and this is after about hour 5 to 6. The one interesting thing is that it mixes with your sweat when you're working out, and it makes your sweat smell really good. I'm not sure if you wanted to know that, but it might be good to know. The performance, 8 to 10 hours on the skin with light to moderate projection. The first 2 to 3 hours, it pushes out up to 2 feet, but after this period, it recedes quite close to the skin. And once it is a warm cedar scent, it is a skin scent. As for seasons, it is all, and occasions all. The one thing I love about Prada L'Homme is that it's extremely high quality and decently affordable. It is only $100 for a 100 milliliter bottle, which is significantly less expensive than some of your Dior and Chanel fragrances, but you still get a very gentlemanly class when you smell this. The simplest scent of the day, Jerhoff Yuden. This is my favorite fragrance from the brand. It opens with an authentic citric lemon note. There are some vanillic nuances in the background, and then there are some rum and coffee chords that add after a few minutes, but only stay another few minutes. After they fade away, the vanillic accord comes rushing back and just washes over the entire scent like a tidal wave. It is in equal parts with lemon for the mid and into the dry down. In the base, it will find some subtle woody accents, and this is what you'll get for the rest of the wear: lemon, vanilla, and woods. The performance, 8 to 10 hours on the skin routinely with gentlemanly projection. This pushes out 2 to 3 feet for the first 3 hours before receding to about a 1 foot ambiance for the rest of the wear. It is a very present aroma, but it is never overwhelming. Seasons and occasions, obviously, it is all season wearable, and occasions, all occasions wearable. This is one of my favorite versatile fragrances, as it is sophisticated enough for formal occasions and dates, but is also dressed down enough for casual and office wear. Lastly, Dracon Ur EDT. This opens with fleeting citric bergamot nuances, a heavy emphasis on fresh aromatics, and then some subtle dry oak moss and leathery nuances in the background. As we head more into the mid, it becomes more and more about aromatics and dry oak moss. The dry oak moss is woody and gives a slight depth to these fresh aromatics so they can just keep pumping off the skin. Into the base, it becomes a darker and greener scent, almost forest-like from the significant dry oak moss, while the fresh aromatics are still just fresh and slightly green and just emphasize that forest-like aroma. The performance, 6 hours on the skin with moderate projection. It pushes out 2 to 3 feet for the first 2 hours before receding, and then the last hour of wear, it is a skin scent. This is just average, but for a fragrance that is only $24, you can't ask for much better. Seasons and occasions, obviously it is all seasons and occasions. Wear this for everything and anything. My favorite part about this fragrance is the affordability, but still the excellent quality that you get from this fragrance. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.